79 years ago, the Allied forces stormed the beaches of northern France to save the world from the evil tyranny of the Third Reich. Visiting Utah and Omaha beaches is a sacred experience that every American should take advantage of if they are ever fortunate enough to be in France. D-Day cost some of the best American blood. The lives lost here helped to liberate France and then the rest of Europe and the world. The museum here at Utah Beach is spectacular. The stories around every single corner are heartwarming and heartbreaking all at once. As we strode the beaches, I wondered what it would have been like for me to be a young 18-year-old coming out of a landing bridge that fateful overcast morning. The trip was all the more special because we got to share it with my older brother, Tucker. Tuck was at a work conference in Paris the week prior, and he decided to meet up with us in Bayou to tour the sights of Utah Beach, Pont du Hoc, and Omaha Beach. The American Special Force Marines had to take this bunker at Pont du Hoc in aiding the rest of the invasion forces on D-Day. The crowning sight to visit is the American Cemetery located at Omaha Beach. Thousands upon thousands of souls are laid to rest here. Each of us had various moments throughout the day where we were choked up and moved to tears, grateful for the bravery, courage, and sacrifice of these people. My grandpa Stan flew B-17s in the European theater, and Izzy's grandpa Roscoe flew fighters in the South Pacific. We are forever grateful for them. Our Airbnb in Bayou was adorable. And to make it even better, Tucker rented the cutest little Fiat to buzz us around to see the sights. We had to bid Tucker goodbye when we made it to the City of Light, but we were excited to welcome my mom for the next leg of our European voyage. The first thing we did with Lori was take her up to Montmartre and take a look at the Sacré-Cœur Chapel. The stained glass here is fabulous, and overlooking the city, it can't be beat. It's a must-do when you're in Paris. A trip to Paris is incomplete without eating crepes. Here's Lori with the savory option, Izzy with the classic Nutella, and I'm going with the more lemon citrus flavor. Paris is also the city for pastries. Get some pain au chocolat. Just like every other city that we visit, we try to make it to the temple if we can. The Paris temple is phenomenal. It has a beautiful visitor center and amazing grounds. It also served as a perfect meeting point to get together with my dear friend Igor Balashov. Igor and I met about 10 years ago in St. Petersburg, Russia. He now lives in France with his wife Anja. The Paris temple is practically next door to the palace at Versailles, so we decided to go over to the grounds there. And I tried to steer around this here rowboat, but I failed miserably. Hydration is key in Europe in the summer. Make sure you have plenty of water, because you're going to do a lot of walking through fancy places, and air conditioning is not always a thing. The masterpieces of art hanging on every wall in the Palace of Versailles are nothing short of breathtaking. My mom is currently remodeling her home. We wanted to see if she had any thoughts on the design choices.
Mom, what do you think? Is this place it's not that fancy, is it? Pretty basic. Look at all this opulent stuff. We're gonna go into the Hall of Mirrors.
While it's true that Versailles is basically a dump compared to my mom's new place, the Hall of Mirrors certainly still impressed. Crowning yourself emperor? That's a boss move, Napoleon. The Sainte-Chapelle is the place for stained glass in all of Europe. Look at my mom's expression as she comes into this room. No doubt inspired for ideas of her own house, we loved looking at the incredible stained glass panels here that chronicle the stories of the Bible. In the back right here, we start with Genesis and move forward throughout the Old Testament. Paris is also the final resting place for artists like Chopin and Jim Morrison of The Doors.
So good. Cheers.
Either top 1 or top 2 hot chocolates ever.
The Tower of Gustave Eiffel, the Eiffel Tower, is the quintessential skyline item of Paris. Make sure to take time and visit when you're here. The Latin Quarter serves up some of the best street crepes that you can find. These make for the perfect portable snack when you're going to check out the Eiffel Tower. Subscribe to Wizzy's Walkabout to follow us and Sweet Lori on our next adventure to the land of Leonardo in Florence and Rome.